Good morning from Disney's Wilderness Lodge. We are continuing our tours of all of the resorts. We've made it into the deluxe resorts, and we figured Christmas time was one of the best times to come and visit the deluxe resorts because they're all decorated and most of them have gigantic Christmas trees. So here we are at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. There's a little bit of new stuff going on. I know that we've done a sort of tour of this resort before. We've been here plenty of times, but there's a new area, there's a new DVC area, and there's new DVC bungalows. So let's go check it out and see what we can find. So the first bit of theming that we get as we're walking up are these tracks along the sidewalk here. And it's not as exciting as it used to be because there were tracks that led up to a bison topiary that is no longer there. But that's what these tracks were for, is they would lead right up to a bison right there. I don't know why they got rid of it. Our first bit of Christmas theming is this gigantic wreath on the parking structure. I don't know if this is the parking structure or like the covered area up in front of the lobby where you would park your car to go check in or drop it off for valet. Merry Christmas. That should happen when we're here. Also, they have these, I don't know if these would be considered wreaths or just like hanging Christmassy things. Oh, as soon as we walk in, we get a view of the Christmas tree. And it is massive. Not only is there this giant Christmas tree right in the center of the lobby, but they also have garland on various handrails, not all of them, but they also have a little teeny tiny Christmas tree. And of course, all of the Christmas tree ornaments are Wilderness Lodge themed. Various Native American artifacts and various nature artifacts. And off to the left when we walk in is Whispering Canyon Cafe. I don't know if there's a menu somewhere that we can see. Oh, I think there's one up there. Let's go have a look at it. There it is. There's the menu for Whispering Canyon. And of course, off to the right, directly across from Whispering Canyon, in the tree, and then the main check-in desk, the front desk, registration, concierge, tickets, recreation, stuff like that. Kind of like ping-ponging back and forth across the lobby. So I came in, went this way, then went that way, and now I'm back over here just to show you guys this gigantic fireplace right in the corner of the lobby. For the holiday season, they have a little pop-up shop where you can buy Christmas gifts and have them wrapped. I wanted to kind of spin around and give you guys a view of the architecture here in the main lobby. I think it's really impressive. And especially all of the carvings all throughout. I think they're amazing. Towards the back of the lobby, they've got this little faux spring here with a little bridge going over top of it. And if you follow it, there's a little river that comes out the back end of it. And that river goes outside. Yeah, you can see it going underneath right there. And going to the outside right there. All the way down to it. Actually goes all the way down to the pool, and it gives the illusion that this river is filling the pool. And from there, we turn around and head into the Mercantile. They certainly have a lot of Wilderness Lodge merchandise. Look at this. All over the place. You could even have a nightgown. I really like this Florida Smokey the Bear shirt. It's $30 though. Kind of expensive for a Smokey the Bear shirt. Oh, look at these magnets. Smokey the Bear looks way cooler than he did when I was a kid. Back in the very back of the Mercantile, they have a little grocery section, and I think my favorite thing that I've seen in this whole grocery section is just buy single potato. Just one single potato right there. It really doesn't make any sense at all. Bread, red onions, I guess that makes sense on a hamburger. Grapefruit, bananas, apples, oranges, potato, tomatoes. Is this like a thing that people do? Like, some of these things make sense. Red onions and tomatoes go on hamburgers. You put a potato on your hamburger too? Am I missing out on something? So I came out of the back door of the Mercantile, which, just to give you guys a perspective, front door is right over there, and the main lobby is right over there as well. But I found some massage chairs over here. This is the first time I've seen these massage chairs at any Disney resort. And there's a board over here that kind of tells you what different things are happening around the resort. And there's a little map too, so you can see where you're going. It tells you what time the electrical water pageant is and everything. Nice. Started to head back into the main lobby here. Oh, I like that it says Mercantile established 1994, but this is the front entrance that we went into in the Mercantile, and I wanted to turn around and show you guys this guest services board that tells you the different hours of everything. It tells you what time the parades are, what time the fireworks are. how late the parks are open. Disney Springs Wilderness Lodge tours. Whoa, I probably should have come and done the Wilderness Lodge tour and had somebody else do the tour. Hidden Mickey hunt? This sounds pretty neat. And then also, there's a mailbox here, so if you have a letter you want to mail out, there it is right there. Just drop it in. I feel like I keep ending up back in the main lobby. So we're back in the main lobby by the Christmas tree, and I wanted to point out over here by Whispering Canyon is where the fuel rod location is. There's a PhotoPass photographer here, and I'm gonna put my picture in right now. Camera noise. Over by the fireplace, I wanted to point out there's a little desk here that has all kinds of different fossils and minerals in it. Pretty neat stuff. Also right next to the fireplace, there's a little hand cart for running down the railroad, and it looks like it's for delivering wood to the fireplace. One thing that I should mention is that this lobby seems to have the most seating out of anyone I've been into yet. And look, there's even seating out here on the porch, rocking chairs for you to sit out and enjoy nature. So now we're gonna start heading in this direction. More Christmas trees. We're headed towards Territory Lounge, Artist Point, Roaring Fork, the pool, the guest rooms and the cabins. And then I just wanted to point out that there is a pin station here. That's all they sell is pins, and then there's a little board here for you to do some pin trading. There are a lot of pins that I've never seen before on here. What is this one? Huh. Wow. More Christmas trees. And if we turn right here, here's Territory Lounge, not open yet. And then this is the entrance to Artist Point. So let's go see if we can get a menu for Artist Point. Here's a quick overview of Territory Lounge, which doesn't open until 4:30. And then right next door is Artist Point, which is their table service dining. And here's a quick view of it. I haven't found a menu anywhere for either of these, but here's what it looks like on the inside. So we walk down this big ramp from Artist Point up there, and then we turn this corner and we head into Roaring Fork. And the good news is we've got a little menu out here where we can kind of look into Roaring Fork and see this is their quick service restaurant. And let's see if they've got a menu out here. Here's the breakfast menu. And now we are in the lunch and dinner menu. Brisket cheeseburger sounds really good. You would come in here, place your order in there, get some food, and then go into this seating area. Or if you like, you could sit outside in this seating area, which I think is what I would do because you are at Wilderness Lodge. Kind of moving around a little bit in this video, so just a quick wayfinding point. Right in there is Territory Lounge and Artist Point. And then we are outside now, and this is the little river that flows out from the lobby right there that we were talking about before. Let's go explore the rest of the grounds. It's not looking like a very sunshiny day, looking kind of gloomy today. That's okay though. Hopefully it won't rain on us. Looking back at the main lobby and turning, following the river. Oh yeah, we want to go to the overlook of Copper Creek Falls. Let's have a look. Oh look, there it is. There's a little waterfall leading down to the pool over there, crossing over the river. There's the waterfall that leads over. So this is the illusion right here. This bridge gives the illusion that this water is flowing down underneath the bridge and going into the pool, but it's not. It stops right there, and then a new source of water goes into the pool. And you guys can kind of see here, the pool has a slide that starts right there. We'll go down and get a closer look, and there's a splash pad over there as well. Here's the waterfall. This is where we were doing the overlook. There's the main lobby. Roaring Forks is right there. And now we are right outside of the pool. And we're headed over this way towards the pool entrance and Geyser Point, which is the new pool bar. There's a look into the pool and the slide that we were talking about earlier. And the whole reason that I said that Geyser Point was the new pool bar, and I put my quotes up, is because this is where the pool bar is / used to be. I don't know what this is now. It's been a while since I've been here. Salon by the Springs. Anyways, this is where the pool bar used to be, and then they moved over there to a full service restaurant and bar. So what is this? Oh, it's an actual salon. Gotcha. Wow. You can get your hair done. And then of course from the main lobby through the waterfall, then connecting to the pool, using my quotes again because it's not really that water, but then they continue the illusion here underneath this bridge of the water continuing back down to the lake. Oh, I like this. You got two hot tubs that sort of look like hot springs, right? Like natural hot springs. And then of course another illusion coming out of the hot tubs and going into another little river that connects back over to the main river that goes down to the lake there. And then we've got this, the geyser, which erupts every hour on the hour, I believe. We're a bit out. We're only 20 minutes into the hour, so maybe it'll go off at some point when we're over in this direction. As we turn past the geyser, we are also passing by the splash pad here for kids under 48 inches. And then we're heading down towards the boat dock where you can get a boat to Magic Kingdom. There's the boat dock, and I do have to admit, this area right here used to have more trees in it. I don't know if this is from the hurricane or if they are specifically culling this area out, because this does not look like it did the last time that we were here. And I'm not seeing like specifically trees cut down like stumps, but I am seeing a few spots where the foliage has been culled down. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It's not as dense as it once was. Came out to the dock just to show you guys, you don't have a really good view of fireworks here. Magic Kingdom's kind of over there, but it is nice to be able to get on a boat and head right to Magic Kingdom. What the heck is the matter with your horn, little boat? Also, fun fact, if you come out here just at dusk, there's a lot of bats that live in that little hut right there. From the boat dock, as we turn and we look back at the resort, pool, main lobby are over there, and you guys can tell this is all new wood right here. So we're gonna head back towards the Cascade Cabins, which I have never seen before. These are very similar to the Polynesian bungalows. Very expensive, but very nice. Wilderness Lodge, the embodiment of nature. Squirrels eating stuff and running away from us. Here we go, heading into the area that is the Cascade Cabins. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. They are definitely brand new looking. And now, I don't know if there's anybody that is staying in some of these, but the windows are wide open. So we can see inside of them. Look, there's a mirror in there. I'm inside of there. Hi everybody. We can tell that this one's occupied. They've got the do not disturb sign on. They've got their blinds pulled down. So they're doing, like, people are staying in these even though they are uber expensive. They're also very large. So I think they're a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Now in my opinion, these are nicer than the Polynesian bungalows. I just like the aesthetic better. And they're not right next to, one of the big complaints about the Polynesian bungalows is that the ferry boats are going back and forth right next to the bungalows, honking their horns until late at night. Also, right across from these bungalows is a grill area, like a nice little picnic area. Same as at the Grand Floridian, they've got these fancy Viking stoves or grills over here. This is nice. As we walk further down where the cottages are, I wanted to point out these garlands around the light post here, but then I also wanted to point out that each of the buildings, specific cottages, has a number, the number lights up, and then they have this fancy lantern looking thing on the top that is a light guiding you to your cabin. We're getting kind of far away from the main lobby building, but this little area right here is where that grill was that we were just looking at. And then I wanted to point out that there's another grill over here for these cabins if that one's too far away for you to walk to, but there are no picnic tables at this one. So I'd imagine you would just use it and then bring your food back into your room or your cottage. Here we are, 8001, the very first cottage, which I think if you're gonna stay in a cottage, this is the one you would want to stay in, because if you look very carefully, you can see the Contemporary right there, and just past the Contemporary is where Magic Kingdom is, so you might be able to see some fireworks from here. Plus you get a view of the monorail going by. These cottages are nice, but I think they're like ridiculously expensive, like in the $2,000 a night, $3,000 a night range, which is a lot of money. Look, they put fake deer hooves through here. Pretty neat. The deer was headed to that fence over there from this fence right here. It's a magic deer. From the look of all the deer hoof marks here, I would say that deer are quite the nuisance around these cabins. As we're leaving the area of the cabins, I just noticed there are bear prints in this concrete. Bears! Here we are back at the boat dock, and we're headed back towards Geyser Point Bar and Grill. We might get some lunch over there, depending on what they got on the menu. Let's go have a look. So we're back at the salon, and now we are headed back towards Geyser Point. Walking up on Geyser Point. This is very nice. I really like this area a lot. And it's breezy and out on the water. Here is the last illusion of the river going into the lake right there. Here's the menu for Geyser Point. Looks pretty darn good. I might get that grilled chicken salad. We are out at the dock area. There's a little something out there like an animal of some sort. Kind of looks like an otter, maybe a turtle. Huh, that may have been an otter. That's weird. Here we are on the backside of Geyser Point and turning to look towards where you can rent boats like those little sprites that we were talking about, or mouse boats, pontoons, fishing excursions. Looking out on the lake, you can see over there to Fort Wilderness. Here's the dock, and then there is Contemporary over there, and I know for a fact that you can see the fireworks from here. Sat down at the bar and ordered a salad, and I wanted to show you guys the bar menu over here, and then right next to it there's this fancy display that tells you what time it is, what the weather's like, what the hours for each park are. This is really nice. And then it tells you what is happening each day at the park. I don't know why it's not there. Where is it? There it is. Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam, and Star Wars: A Galactic Spectacular, and Fantasmic. That's neat. What? Oh look, there's a little Star Tours vehicle floating over there. Oh, they showed the Earful Tower in there. My heart. There's my grilled chicken sandwich that I got. It's not very big, is it? Well, it looks good, but definitely very small. Here's something that I didn't think they still did. Parasailing. One day we'll have to go parasailing on Seven Seas Lagoon. Or Bay Lake, whichever one this is. I think this is Bay Lake. That was a pretty darn good salad. Although it was very small, it was good. After tip and everything, it cost me $14. Not bad. Not bad for Disney, at least. I do have to admit, it was very small for that price, but it was still good. It had strawberries and raspberries and blueberries and apples. It's like a very much fruity salad with some grilled chicken on top. Very tasty. From there, Geyser Point, we passed by Reunion Station, which looks like they have some bikes for rent, and they've got cornhole out here, or beanbag toss, and they've got Foursquare, and then we're out on the dock right now where you would be able to rent these different vessels and go out on Bay Lake. You could even go over to Seven Seas Lagoon over there too. So I think I take back that 8001 being the best cabin to rent. I think if you could get one of these over here, it'll be very quiet, and you should still be able to see the fireworks from some of those far ones over there, although they will be a lot smaller because you're much further away. Here is the Teton Boat and Bike Rental, where you would be able to rent your bikes or rent the boats to go out on Bay Lake. We're on the backside of Geyser Point's kitchen here, and look at this. Boulder Ridge Railway and Mining Company, and it's full of rocks. And there's another one over there, and you can see the railroad tracks running between them. And they also have a Boulder Ridge Railway and Mining Company water tower, which has the little spout that would fill up any train that stops on the train tracks right there. Another quick finding our location point. Geyser Point, the backside of it, main lobby building. Then we're heading into the DVC area over here, and then more of the cabins back that way. So let's head into Boulder Ridge Cove, which is the DVC pool. I like this thing, whatever that is. It's cool. Check this area out. It's like a little waterfall. Once again, the illusion of the water going into the pool. This is a zero, I don't know if this is zero entry, or it's like an infinity pool where the water just goes over and the drain's right there in this crack. That's really neat. But I do really like these waterfalls here. They're cool looking. There's a lot of seating at this pool for sure. And I like this. Here you could have like a little coffee table and a sofa and hang out with your whole family. I don't know if you have to reserve these specifically, but check out these little private areas at this pool. Now there is also a hot tub over here, but let's head into the DVC area of Wilderness Lodge. I believe that this area would be called Boulder Creek because that's the pool that we came into, was the Boulder Creek pool. You can see the design aesthetic of the main lobby area, and then once we get over to the DVC area, you see that it changes. I feel like we're more along the lines of Fort Wilderness now, or I don't know. This does look very Wilderness Lodge-y on the inside of the lobby, not so much on the outside. I don't know, it's similar, but it's just a little bit different, right? Here's the health club, Sturdy Branches Health Club, I like that. Over in the DVC area, I'm gonna head into the lobby of this DVC building. One of the most interesting areas of this whole resort is the Carolwood room, which kind of has a train vibe to it, or a train theming to it. And if you guys don't know, Carolwood was the train line that Walt had in his backyard. You can see this is one of the train cars. Pretty neat. Before Disneyland Railroad existed, there was a Carolwood Pacific, a miniature 1/8 scale steam train. Pretty neat. A little fireplace here with Casey Jr. on it. And then more train theming, and lots of pictures of Walt and trains. It's pretty cool. And the schematic of the Lily Bell at Disneyland. And there it is, there's the Carolwood. There's Walt riding it through his backyard. Carolwood Pacific, Railroad Company. There's Walt riding the train, and this is a piece of 35mm film from Walt Disney running his Carolwood Pacific train, and I think it's this frame right here, but there it is. As we leave the Carolwood room, we see the main lobby of the DVC area. Here's their little Christmas tree. It's like a little tiny version of the main lobby of the resort. And there's the other entrance to Sturdy Branches. And all kinds of carvings. And then another fireplace here. Another little seating area. A bird cage. This is cool. Here's the elevators. Doors are opening on me. And then we're back into the Carolwood room. That was a real quick little tour around this main lobby area of the DVC building. Here we are, we're back on the outside of the DVC building. That's the door that we went in. Here's the DVC pool. And now we're turning this direction and heading that way. Actually, we're not gonna head entirely that way. We're gonna turn right here and go out by the rest of the cabins back here. Have a look and see if they're any different than ones that we saw earlier. I don't think they are, but let's have a look. These are rampant with raccoons. Oh no, there was a raccoon deer fight right there. They have more of the grills over here, and I didn't notice this on the other one, but there is a switch here where you can turn on the lights so that you can see what you're doing on the grill at night. Here's one difference that I'm seeing of these cabins. That bench right there, the cabins that were way down there were carved out of like giant pieces of wood. This one's just made. It's just like a regular old bench. Maybe some of the other ones over here will be carved out of giant pieces of wood like the ones that we saw earlier, so that I can show you what I mean. See, this is what I mean, a giant piece of wood. Also, there are bear tracks right outside of this cabin. Doesn't seem like a safe cabin. The heck is going on here? Got scared, got spooked, and then ran off. It is super nice back here. Very quiet, very secluded. I would stay in one of these out here, although it is very far away from everything else. 8026, the very last cabin. Now I wonder where this, oh, there's a sign there that says end of trail. Let's go see the end of the trail. Not really as magical as I thought it was gonna be. Just kind of ends. All right, albeit this is the first time that I've seen moose prints out here. Pretty fancy. Fairly certain we don't have moose in Florida. But maybe we do. Saw a deer yesterday in Florida as we were driving out the Kennedy Space Center, but never seen a moose. I'm kind of blown away right now with the sheer amount of deer that are on the other side of this fence. Look, there he is right there. Wow, I feel like I could just sit here and watch this all day. Like I'm at Disney right now and there's a deer looking at me. This is amazing. Holy cow. I can't believe this. They're kind of coming into a clearing right now, like a lot of them are. So I can see one off in the distance there, two right here, three right there, 4, 5. I'm gonna go with there's probably about maybe 6 or 7. Oh, there's another one back here. That's 6. I'm gonna go with probably more than just the 6 that I can see. There's probably way more than that. This is amazing. This right here is why you go to the end of the trail, even though you see a sign from far away that says trail ends, because you never know. You never know what you're gonna see at the end of the trail. You might see a pack of 8 deer. Wouldn't they be called a pack? A herd? What do you call a bunch of deer together? I am 100% blown away by the fact that I just saw so many deer right there. Actually, look at this. There's a fence. They could have come up here. The fence ends right there. So the deer were in these woods just past this electrical box. Right there. They could be here standing with me right now. Deer. Turning from these cabins, that way is the DVC pool. You can kind of see the DVC building through the trees right there. We come upon sports courts. Oh no. This bear was trying to figure out how to turn on the grills too. He couldn't do it either. Maybe he wanted to go into the sports courts and play some b-ball. I feel like these tables are bigger than the ones over at the other cabins, but this is a nice area to come and have a picnic in. Yeah, I would do that. That's very nice. One thing that I think you should note though is that although this area over here is very nice with these cabins and everything, there is this section of land. It's very swampy, very wet, a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Just walking past the DVC building and I noticed Some of the rooms have these little red circles on the windows, but not all of them. I don't know what that means. What do you guys think that means? Because there's kind of a lot of them. I'm assuming it's something to do with maintenance, maybe? Oh, you know what? Those are the windows that can be opened from the outside for fire department, right? So I just looked up those cabins. If I were to check in tonight, we're looking at about $3,100. So I was just looking online, and apparently these are called the Copper Creek Villas, and those are the Copper Creek cabins, even though they say Cascade cabins. It's kind of confusing out here. I'm just gonna call this the DVC building with the Copper Creek Villas inside of it, and those are the Cascade cabins, I think. We are headed back to the main lobby building, and we're gonna kind of go around this way. This is the way to Geyser Point and the other pool over there, but we're gonna go this way over towards the bus transportation area. If you look, that building right there is Geyser Point, and we're gonna turn past the main lobby building. In there is the Mercantile, Buttons and Bells Game Arcade, which we can go inside and see what kind of games they have in there. She told me I have to hit the bell, so I'm doing it because it's Buttons and Bells. It needs more cowbell. Every time I come into one of these arcades, I feel like I'm back at Disney Quest. Even though Disney Quest is gone, it still lives on here with the Temple Run game. Just across the walkway from the arcade is this area, which I think is the Cub Club, which is like a kids area where you can have the kids watched while the adults go out. But there's like an outdoor billiards table, all these chairs, and then over here's a ping pong table and a foosball table. I wonder why this is closed off. I also don't know how to get into that area. So I came into the lobby and I never found where the entrance to that Cub Club was, but I did want to show you guys. I found this chocolate sculpture of a bear, multiple bears, catching fish with a waterfall and everything. This is amazing. And it says here this is 60 pounds of white chocolate, 15 pounds of molding chocolate. Where do I get this molding chocolate? It sounds amazing. 5 pounds of cocoa butter and a touch of pixie dust. So we're back out by Buttons and Bells, heading down to show you guys the bus stop and then this little walkway that leads over to Fort Wilderness. Also, while I was here, somebody offered to take my picture with this special Disney Fuji film. So look, I have a picture of me from an Instamax with a Lilo and Stitch frame around it. So now I'm really confused. Boulder Ridge Villas, which is what I thought they were called, but apparently they're called the Copper Creek Villas? I'm so confused. Where are the Copper Creek Villas? And why are there no signs that tell me? I like this topiary though. So here's the running trail that you can see. Starts out on the dock back there, and you run, this is where we are right now, down there all the way into Fort Wilderness and around to there, and then that's 2.5 miles, so you're gonna have a 5-mile run if you do the whole thing. So there you have it. That has been our tour of Wilderness Lodge and the DVC area. It's really nice here. I want to stay at this resort. Just make sure that you guys keep an eye out for wildlife, because it seems that there is a lot. Like, let me know if at any point in this video you see a bear behind me, because that sounds really frightening. Even if it is Christmas time, I still think the bears are not trustworthy. So with that being said, we are off, and we will see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.